I bow to all the seekers of truth. At the very outset, we have to know that truth is what it is. We cannot change it. We cannot transform it. We cannot describe it. But truth is that you have to feel this all-pervading power of divine love on your central nervous system. Another truth is a very fundamental one, that you are not this body, this mind, these emotions, this ego, these conditionings, but you are pure spirit. This is what you have to become. You have to get to your selfhood. Just giving sermons and lectures or talking about it, it is not going to work out. It is the actualization which is important. Unless and until you have the actualization of this experience, you cannot become divine. The divinity within you is absolutely there intact. Nothing can disturb it because it is eternal. But it has been through our thinking, maybe our ignorance, call it anything, is covered as the sun can be covered with clouds. But it's all there. When you are here as seekers. And I respect you and I bow to you because you are seekers. Seekers of truth. But what do you have to find? You have to become the spirit. This is the most important point we have missed in our seeking. I know in this New York, when I first came, I was really surprised that such advertisement and such falsehood and so much money was going on in the name of God. And people are so naive, so simple, and so faithful that they accepted all these false people who came from India, who came from everywhere. But one has to know that God doesn't understand money. You cannot purchase it. We live with money. We deal with money, but not God. The divine does not know your banks, your affluence and recession. Doesn't. So first of all, we have to respect ourselves as seekers. This is where I think we have failed. We are not serious. Sometimes we lack that dignity of a seeker. Of course, some of them have gone to any extent of torture, I know that. But some of them have been very frivolous about it. Like you have shopping here in Massy stores, this store, that store. So they are going from one place to another, to another, to another. And I was stunned the way people liked all these showmanship, That time I did tell them that don't take to unnatural life. And I told them you'll develop a disease like AIDS. About 10 years back I told them you will develop a disease, your peace disease. But they don't like it. You have to pamper their ego. You have to say that, no, you are great, you are already there in the heavens, you are already twice born. It's not so. I can't tell lies. And this is what has failed us all these days. Though I must say, American Sahajogis are excellent people, very knowledgeable. So before you go to any guru, you should first find out the disciples, their lifestyle, how are they, what are they doing. Now most of them are exposed, of course, now. But still, new people are coming up. And so blatantly they are telling things, I don't know what happens to our intelligence, that we can't find out that they are just marketing it. How can you market God? It's the turning away from all these now people may take to fundamentalism. It's true. Because they have to have faith in something. So they take to fundamentalism. But just look at these religions also. What they have done in the name of God. Christ has said, you will be calling me Christ, Christ. I wouldn't recognize you. So with all this kind of people coming up, though I have been telling them by names, I described them by names, I told people who they were before and what are they now, and how they are going to get at you. But they would not listen to me. It is impossible to understand how such intelligent people like Americans can get so mesmerized and so very easy. And bombardment of this advertisement really, first I refused to have any posters put in or anything. I thought if there are seekers, they'll come. But it doesn't work out that way. It doesn't work out that way. And so now, before I tell you about it, I have to tell you one thing. That you have to be serious about it. You must respect yourself. Not only that you are human beings, but you are seekers of truth. You've been seeking in your last lives, and now there is a chance for you to get it. At this time, you should be serious and not treat it as another show going on. They asked me permission to show this. I said, all right, do it. If that is going to help you. But why should you believe even that? Why should you also believe me? At least you must know that I want you to know yourself. And if you don't know yourself, you should have no faith in me. But you have to come forward. When I started my work in England, the English are known for their snobbishness. They are snobbish. But their scholarship, nobody can match. That's another thing, with all the snobbishness, they were scholars. And there, suddenly it clicked with them. And they came round. So there is one thing we have to remember, Christ has said it, that the meek in heart will inherit the earth. We have to be humble about it. That we have not known so far and we have to know. That's all. You don't have to surrender your money to me and surrender this and that. No. Only thing is, we have not known so far. I have been a seeker, I have been running all over the places. I haven't found it, and let me now find it for final. So in us lies this Kundalini in the triangular bone. It's a very ancient knowledge. It's not nothing new as such. But in those days, the tradition was to have only one disciple and one master. We had people who were devotional, and we had people who were doing research sort of thing. And we can say they were with Vedas. They were trying to find out how to master the material life, or you can say the 5 elements. But we had people in our country since long who wanted that we should know ourselves, self-knowledge, self-realization, Atma Sakshatkar. Now, if this knowledge comes to you from India, what's the harm? After all, the whole scientific knowledge has come to us from the West. And Christ was also not born in England. Anywhere we get the knowledge, we should respect it. The reason is, we were so busy in the West developing ourselves outside that we didn't try to find out our roots. And this is the knowledge of the roots. All this knowledge could be yours, you can't pay for it. That's one thing, please remember. It's so invaluable. All this knowledge can be yours, and you could master it. You all can become masters. But for that, you have to have a quality. It is not meant for stupid idiots and lousy people. And also for shifty people. You have to be solid Sahajayogas. For that, only thing what is needed is pure desire to become the spirit, the pure desire. Because this Kundalini is the power of pure desire. You know, the law of economics is that no want is satiable, in the sense that in general wants are not satiable. Today you want to have this, tomorrow you want to have that, and it goes on moving from one to another. So whatever desires we have are all mundane. But the pure desire, whether you are aware of it or not, is to know yourself. Without knowing yourself, you cannot know the divine, you cannot know God Almighty. No use talking about God, giving but big lectures and sermons and this and that. It's all a yarn out of the heads of the people that's coming out. It has no substance in it. First of all, we have to know ourselves, get to our selfhood. Then only we will know what is the truth or what is not. I don't know what Gregor has told you about Kundalini, but when it rises, it is spontaneous. Now we should understand what is spontaneous. We have flowers here. We see them, so beautiful they are. They come from this Mother Earth. How? Isn't it a miracle? Look at our eyes, which is a camera. And the brain is a computer. How did we get all these things? We take everything for granted. Who does all this living work? We never even think. Science cannot answer this. Science has its own limitations. It cannot say, why are you here? And what is your purpose of life? It cannot. It cannot answer this. Unless and until you get this answer, you will be restless. You will be nervous. You will be upset. You will be insecure. Till you find out the answer, why are we here? So these miracles take place spontaneously because the seed has the built-in quality in it to sprout, and the Mother Earth has the built-in quality to sprout it. It just works. We can say that Mother Earth is a living thing. Seed is also potentially living. But whatever it is, the most important thing is you, born in those special days when you have to get what you have been seeking. So when this Kundalini rises, whatever may be your genetics, whatever may be your race and that, all the problems that come out of conditionings and your ego and your enterprises into various aspects of life, whatever it has been, there's one thing for sure, that everything can change with your ascent. Because spirit is a universal being. It cannot be conditioned. And we jump into a new awareness which we call as collective consciousness, about which Jung has written. But Jung knew little bit about it, not the full of it. He has written about the collective consciousness, means you start feeding others on your being. You'll be surprised in Quran. Muhammad Sahib has said at the time of Qiyamah, means resurrection, your hands will speak. But who is bothered to see about the Qiyamah? They are just fighting. All these religions have become money-oriented or power-oriented. None of them are spirit-oriented, whatever they may say about themselves. And they don't know how to retain their existence, so they are trying all kinds of tricks. Whatever is false has to be destroyed. That's the time has come. So now, when this ascent takes place, the first thing that happens to you, that you become collectively conscious. Means on your central nervous system, you can feel the centers of others. Your own centers and the centers of others. This is the beginning of it. But that doesn't mean that you have spiritually fully evolved. First state of evolution takes place when you cross over this center on the optic chiasma, where you become thoughtlessly aware, nirvichar samadhi. Thoughtlessly aware. It has to happen to you. For example, we live all the time in the past or in the future, and our mind is all the time jumping on the cusps of these thoughts. Sometimes these thoughts could be very troublesome. But when Kundalini rises, she pushes these thoughts on one side, and in between there is a little space called vilamba in Sanskrit. It's a pause where there is the present. So in the present you don't think. And unless and until you are in the present, you cannot grow spiritually. Now if I say you stand in the present, you cannot. As a result of this first establishment of your state, you become extremely kind, peaceful, relaxed, and at least drop 20 years of your age. All your wrinkles drop, all your twitchings and nervousness drops out. You become extremely calm. Like if you are on the periphery of the wheel, it is moving, moving, moving. But the axis of every wheel is quiet. Has to be. It can't move. If it starts moving, the cart will never move. The car will never move. So you jump on the axis of your being. From there, you see everything. You become the witness. Like you are watching some drama, suddenly you see Napoleon, you think you are also Napoleon, you also get into that mood. But when the drama is over, what do you find? It was a drama. It's over. In the same way, all this becomes like a drama, and you become the witness of that. Moreover, all those problems which were troubling you, you can see them now. Like you are in the water, you are afraid of getting down, but supposing you get up somehow or other into a boat, you can watch these waves. But if you become a swimmer, you can save so many. The second state where it breaks through from your fontanelle bone area, this is the actualization of baptism. Not that some priest puts some water on your head and says, now you are baptized. William Blake has said, a priest cursed me on my fontanelle. And people called him mad. You see, naturally, if everybody is mad, a sane person also looks like mad then. And this is what we should not accept. And then you can feel the cool breeze coming out of your own fontanelle bone area. You start doubting, is there a air conditioner in my head or what? How it's coming out. But first, mostly it is hot. Then it cools down. The reason is all the heat of the body. But with some cancer patients I have seen, even in London, the room can get very heated. But when this Kundalini rises, she nourishes these centers on the left and the right side. We have the sympathetic nervous system, which we use. Left and right side, they join together and a center is formed like this. When you start using the energy, what happens? There is constriction of these, and sometimes it breaks. When it breaks, there is no connection with the whole. That's how you develop all these incurable diseases, especially cancer. You'll be happy to know that even blood cancer has been cured through surgery. We don't want to advertise it too much because all the blood cancer will be coming on our heads. What we want, sane, good, healthy people to first become doctors, and then they can cure others. There are 3 doctors in Delhi University where they have got their MD in Sahajayoga. We have one here now. On their thesis on Sahajayoga, how they have cured some incurable diseases. I think asthma and epilepsies, things like that. I mean, India is very sensitive to spirituality, I must say. We have lots of hypocrites, lots of wrong people also. But on the whole, our lifestyle is very steady. We would never have accepted this Freud in India. I told somebody what Freud was saying about the mother. And the fellow said, really, he said so? I said, yes, he did. If he had come to India, we would have chopped him off and threw him in the sea. But here we accepted this horrible devil of a Freud. And now, after so many years, they are talking against him. It is also, I must say, the suppression of the Catholic Church maybe. That is an original sin. I mean, imagine Christ attended a wedding. Was he trying to encourage an original sin? There's no logic in this. All this yarn has come out of Paul's mind, I think, and he used this Peter, who was the weakest disciple of Christ, to completely destroy the work of Christ. This yarn which came out of their heads, that it's an original sin. I mean, so we are all sinners. So these special people who are supposed to be in charge of affairs are not sinners. They can take money from us. But why take money from sinners? We must use our logic when we follow something. What has it given it to us? It's not only Christianity. Hinduism, same thing, I tell you. Horrible. Krishna has said that the spirit is in everyone. How can they have caste system then? And who wrote Gita was Vyasa, who was an illegitimate child of a fisherwoman. But in the Gita they have changed and put it that your caste is prenatal. It is absolutely a very superficial garment people are wearing as religion, which has no connection with them. So first we have to become alert and see for ourselves and introspect. What religion are we following? What do we believe in? What we have accepted? How far it is correct? So, when the Kundalini is out and this connection is established, even for a short time, you can feel on your fingertips the all-pervading power of divine love. If I talk of God in these modern times, because science and dollar has become our God, people don't like it. But I can talk of divinity. You can then feel that there is this divine power which is doing all this living work. Now imagine you become one with that divine power. Then what happens? What is this divine power made of? It has all the vital power, what you call as prana. It has all the mental powers, which is called as manasa. And it has all the redeeming power in it. All the knowledge is within us, and the whole knowledge starts manifesting itself. We have no idea what we are. Just see, this instrument is made, and if it is not put to mains, it has no meaning. It has to be put to the mains. In the same way, once we are connected with this power, we become one with the divine. Or we can say that we enter into the kingdom of God. Even when they enter, they don't believe in them. They'll say, take your seat now. This is a throne for you. Still a person looks around. See, because if he is begging on the street and if you make him a king, suddenly he can't believe it, you say. He sits on the throne and still he is asking. It happens, doesn't matter. But gradually you realize that you are extremely powerful. You are extremely dynamic, and at the same time you are extremely compassionate. So we have never used the power of love. Always the power of hatred has been used by human beings. It comes from animals, I think, not from the divine. So in the nature of spirit, when the spirit starts manifesting in your attention, first, as I told you, you can feel the centers of others and your centers very clearly. And all of them feel the same. You take 5 children who are realized souls, tie their eyes and ask them, what is this man suffering from? They will raise the same finger, all of them. And you ask that person, have you got a heart trouble? Yes. How do you know? This finger. It is meta science I am talking to you about. That you become the science yourself. You don't have to go for your diagnosis somewhere. Some people die only in a diagnosis, leave alone the further treatment. You can diagnose others, you can diagnose yourself, and you know what's wrong with you. If you know how to correct yourself, you are all right. All the world problems come from human beings, must admit. And all the human problems come from their centers. And if you can put these centers all right, you can solve your problems without paying any money, without having any discussions and arguments and fightings and wars, nothing. Because you become a universal being, your universal religion comes up. I was surprised Dalai Lama, who is begging all over, especially in America, a lot of money. That's all they do. Has developed such wrinkles all over his face, begging. He told that we can't have a universal religion because we are all different people. They are now against having a universal religion. But actually, all these religions outside, which create such barriers between human beings, cannot be religion. Within us then rises that universal religion which integrates all the religions and all the beautiful principles of that religion. Mahatma Gandhi believed in that, and so many people do believe because he was a realized soul. These religions came as beautiful flowers on the tree of spirituality, and people have plucked them, and now they are marketing those dead flowers and fighting. So you understand, all these religions come out of one tree of spirituality. And you see the beauty of it. And also you see the nonsense that people have done in the name of God. Now, the first thing you know is the absolute truth about everything. You just put your hands. Those who don't believe in God can ask, is there God? If you are realized soul, vibrations will start, cool vibrations in the hand, moving. Supposing a crook is there sitting like a big ascetic and you ask, is he a real guru? Your hand will burn. Not only, sometimes might get a blister from some of them. So you know the absolute truth. But if everyone knows the same absolute truth, then how can there be quarrel? How can there be fight? We have, I don't know how many thousands of people who have got realization. But about 3,000 people come to India for a seminar we have. And I'm amazed they're from all communities, all races, from all over the world. They never quarrel, no fight, no violence, nothing. They meet each other. No brothers can meet like that. no sex problems like this man running after that woman, that married woman is running after that. Nothing of the kind. It's all, they become pure people, pure. Really, they become angels, I tell you. They have lived in the same society, enjoying the same nonsense. But suddenly they enjoy their virtues and shine like angels. You all can become angels. This is one thing I promise you. But you must know that you can become, and you must respect yourself. Whatever may be, your birth, your creed, your nation, anything, makes no difference. These are different varieties God has created to create beauty, that's all. But every human being can get his self-realization because it is inevitable end of your evolution. This is the last breakthrough you have to have. In the beginning, American discarded me because I was not charging any money. I couldn't understand that. I didn't know how to talk to them. But I hope now it's better. Situation is better now.